guys, in this video we'll learn about queue. Basically, queue is a list of elements in which deletion can take place from one end called front and insertion can take place from another end called rear. Basically, it means that we can only delete the element from the front end and insert any element at the rear end. Front and rear are the reserved elements in the queue. This is the visual representation of a queue. We'll write on page. Queue is also called as first in first out, since first element in the queue is always comes first out of the queue, and it is also called as last in last out data structure, as last element inserted in the queue will always come out in the last. Queue has four types: linear queue, circular queue, priority queue, and dequeue. Starting with linear queue. Linear queue is implemented with array data structure. Initially, if the queue is empty, we have front equal to rear, which is null. Rear is incremented whenever the element is added, front is incremented whenever the element is deleted. Basically, whenever we'll add an element at the rear of the list, it will increment by 1. And if we delete any element from the front, it will be front pointer will be incremented by 1. Basically, the situation always is incrementation. Then this is an simple example of the linear queue. After that, overflow situation is when front equal to 1 and rear equal to max, then it will be the overflow situation. Moving on ahead to circular queue. In this queue, the elements are arranged in the sequential manner, but logically they are treated as circular arrangement. The rear and front move in the queue in clockwise direction as shown in the figure. They'll move like this, clockwise direction. By default, we have circular queue. Means we use a circular queue by default rather than linear or dequeue or priority queue. It is like smart organizer that helps handling things in order without wasting spaces. Examples of this are music queue, traffic lights, calendar, disk switching, memory allocation, etc. In this, next vacant position is determined by, we'll understand it by this simple algorithm, that if rear is equal to max, set rear equal to 1. Basically, we'll shift this rear to the front side. Else, set rear equal to rear plus 1. Basically, we mean that we'll increment rear by 1. This is the overflow situation for the circular queue. If front equal to 1 and rear equal to max, then we'll consider it as overflow, or front equal to rear plus 1. That's all about circular queue. Moving on to the third type, priority queue. A priority queue is a collection of elements such that each element has its priority, that is, in order in which it will get deleted or processed. There are specific rules we need to follow to give this priority. Elements of higher priority will be processed before the lower priority. Basically, higher priority elements will always get processed before the lower priority elements. Two elements with same priority are processed according to the order in which they were added. If an element is added before a same element with the same priority, the element which is added first will get processed first. This is the basic representation of the priority queue. This is the representation with the help of linked list. Fourth type of queue is dequeue, which is also known as double-ended queue. Basically, a dequeue is a linear list in which element can be added or removed at either ends, but not in the middle. There are various ways of representing a dequeue with computer. We use two pointers, left and right, which are also reserved words in dequeue, which points to the both ends of the queue. This is the basic representation of a dequeue. There is a left node and right node, and we can insert and delete from the both end according to what we need. There are two types of dequeue: input restricted dequeue, input restricted queue, in which we can only insert an element from right and delete an element from the both sides, and output restricted queue. In this, deletion can be only performed from left side, and insertion can be done from both sides. Example for this is browser tabs. That's all about dequeue and all the four types of the queue.